Now, the ongoing projects was also explained that construction, what projects shall be considered as ongoing projects, where the construction have started before 1st April 2019 and actual booking have started before 1st April 2019 and the project has not been completed by 31st March 2019. Such projects shall be considered as ongoing projects. New rates applicable on ongoing projects. All the new projects along with ongoing projects which have not exercised the above option, the new rates shall apply as I told earlier. New GST rates apply on following new projects, all houses which meet the definition of affordable houses having an area of 60 square meter, 90 square meter in metro and non-metro area, and the value of house should also not be more than 45 lakh rupees. Ongoing projects, affordable houses being constructed under the existing central and state housing schemes where the existing construction rate of 8% GST is applicable. Now this is also relevant. This is also relevant to understand that such projects which are uh, under central government schemes or state government schemes which attract lower GST due to some exemption notification and reduced rates are applicable. Those projects also under the ambit of these new rates, like Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana projects. All the projects which are after 1st April 2019 are applicable with the new rates only. New GST rate shall apply on following new projects, all houses other than the affordable houses in the new projects. Ongoing projects, all houses other than the affordable houses in ongoing projects whether booked prior to 1st April 2019. In case of houses booked prior to 1st April 2019, new rates shall be applicable only on installments payable on or after 1st April 2019. Input tax rate shall not be available in the new rates. There is one thing to note, as there is a slide explained in slide as well. Ongoing projects where the construction and booking both have started before 1st April 2019 and have opted for new tax rate shall transition the input tax credit as per the prescribed method. What should be done by the builders? ITC for the entire project shall be arrived at by extrapolating the ITC taken on the basis of percentage of completion as on 1st April 2019. Eligibility of ITC shall be determined on the basis of percentage of booking of flats and invoicing done. Therefore, on pro rata basis, the ITC credit shall be allowed. That is, credit in proportion to the booking of the flat and invoicing done for the booking of flat. New rate of 5% shall also be applicable on commercial apartments, such as shops, offices, etc., which are constructed in the residential real estate projects, provided the carpet area of the commercial apartment is not more than 15% of total carpet area of the all apartments. This I have explained this point earlier also, that residential real estate projects, we have seen like in Noida and these metro cities, that there are the high-rise societies, and under these high-rise societies, the commercial establishment, commercial apartments also. On such commercial apartments, commercial establishment, GST rate is applicable of 5% only if total area of these commercial establishment, these commercial apartment does not exceed 15% of the total apartments area. The rate of 5% GST is applicable on these commercial establishment also. I have told earlier also, commercial projects. On commercial projects, whether ongoing or new, GST rates have not been changed. Rate is 12%. ITC shall be available. Applicability, as far as applicability is concerned, all new or ongoing projects which consist of 100% commercial apartments such as shops, offices, etc. What about the mixed use projects? Mixed use projects are those projects which consist of residential houses as well as commercial properties. And the carpet area of the commercial project is more than 15% of the total carpet area of all the apartments. GST rate shall remain at 12% for the commercial apartments, and for housing sector GST rate as defined in the relevant sections mentioned above. Likewise, In the mixed project, GST shall be, as far as commercial apartment is concerned, commercial concern is concerned, the GST rate shall be 12%. And on residential units, rate shall be at as applicable for the new rates, as I have told the new rates, 1% on affordable housing and 5% on other than affordable housing. And as far as ITC is concerned, input tax credit shall be available for commercial segment only. For a mixed use project, inputs ITC shall be available on pro rata basis in proportion to the carpet area of the commercial portion of the ongoing project to the total carpet area of the project. On the commercial portion in the ongoing project, tax shall be payable at 12% along with the benefit of ITC even after 1st April 2019. Conditions for applicability of new GST rates. This I have told earlier also. Builders need to purchase 80% of inputs and input services from the registered persons. Input and input services, however, do not include purchase of capital goods, joint development agreements, FSIs, long-term lease premiums, etc. If there is a shortfall in meeting in the above conditions of 80% purchase of input and input services from the registered person, then the builder shall be liable to pay tax at 18% on reverse charge mechanism basis. However, builders need to pay tax on cement purchased from the unregistered person at 20% under RCM, reverse charge mechanism, and on capital goods under RCM at applicable rates. This was the legislation which I have mentioned through the slides. Now the thing is this, that this legislation has to be presented in today's session because there was an ambiguity on real estate sector what rates to be charged, and the main problem is this, that there is a question that on when GST shall be charged on under construction properties and when GST shall be charged, not charged on under construction properties, when there is some portion of the flat, the society or the apartment is ready to move in and some portion is under construction. And there are instances also when some consideration has been received when the property was under construction and some consideration was received when the property was ready to move in. Then there is a question from industry that what shall be the chargeability of the GST in such cases, whether GST shall be charged or shall not be charged. This question came many times before me and before the industry as well, as I know. So the basic thing that I told earlier also, the litmus test is that when the completion certificate or occupancy certificate has been obtained by the competent authority and the sale happened after obtaining such completion certificates or occupancy certificates, then GST shall not at all be chargeable. If any amount has been received earlier when the property was under construction, that the GST may be charged at that amount. But when the property completion certificate or occupancy certificate has been obtained and any amount is charged after that completion certificate, that then on those transactions, on those invoices, GST shall not be charged. One question also came from the industry that how these commercial establishments shall be considered, where the 15% commercial establishment are charged at lower GST rates. As I told earlier, that 5% rate is applicable on commercial establishments where the 15% area is covered by the commercial establishment of the total apartments. Now, in that case, the question rose before the industry that whether in these high-rise societies there is also the common area of amenities like parks and swimming pools and clubs facilities, then whether for calculation of this 15% area, this club facilities and park facilities and swimming pool facilities shall be considered or not. In that regard, this is clarified by the department, by the CBIC, that in such cases, actually, this has to be seen by the declaration filed by the builder in the applicable authority, like in Greater Noida and Noida, there is a Noida authority, or whether wherever the competent authority is, builder just filed. It explains that what kind of project is. If it is a real estate residential project, then the concern shall be considered under real estate residential segment, and the applicability of 15% area shall also be seen. Apart from that, some questions also rose before that, the industry, that whether these rates, uh, in case of reversal, as far as reversal of ITC is concerned, as far as the where 80% purchases are not done by the builders from registered dealers, what need to be done, and what kind of expenses should be considered in that cases. Then it was said that whatever the percentage is remaining for completion of 80%, this shortfall shall have to be paid by builders under reverse charge mechanism. In these cases, uh, purchase of capital goods, purchase of FSIs, transfer of development rights was excluded. Other than these expenses, these substantial significant expenses, the builder has to pay completion, builder has to pay 20%, so whatever be the shortfall under reverse charge mechanism, and at the applicable higher rate, that is 18% rate. In this case, as I have explained, the capital goods which are taxable at their applicable rates, the chargeability under reverse charge mechanism shall be on those applicable rates only. So now it is very clear in our concept that GST will be applicable on the sale of those under construction properties or ready to move in flats where the completion certificate have been issued at the time of sale, and no GST applicable on ready to move in or completed property. This was the crux. This was the legislation which came on first, which was applicable from on the industry from 1st April 2019, and the GST authorities also done this in the favor of industry to boost the industry. And uh, if analysis of these rates is done, we have a shortfall of time. Otherwise, we could have done a analysis of earlier area when the taxability at higher rates, and now after the change of rates in the new regime, the applicability of new rates are concerned. Definitely, the benefit has been imparted to consumers. Now the property is available at lower rates than the earlier rates to the consumers, and the industry is benefited at large. There are also some points which we had discussed earlier, that commercial segment. As far as the commercial segment is concerned, uh, GST, there is no change in GST. GST is chargeable at 12% rates only, and the benefit of ITC is available on these commercial properties, commercial concerns. And when there is a mixed, when I have also told earlier, then when there are the mixed use projects, then the benefit of ITC is available on pro rata basis. For the segment which is commercial segment, the benefit of ITC is available, and the segment which is residential sector, the benefit of ITC is not available. The GST is charged at lower rates on the benefit of on the residential units, and the GST is charged at 12% rate on the commercial segment. So as of now, we are done with the, I think this knowledge on GST rates and applicability of GST would benefit the consumers and the viewers and the country at large. And whatever be the queries, I shall be on the blogs and internet, and I shall solve the queries of all the stakeholders, whatever be on the GST topics.
क्रिटिकल है बट वी आर ट्राइंग।
ये सब हुआ कैसे?
एक फोन आया था राजेश के पास। उसने कहा कि उनकी 1 करोड़ की लॉटरी निकली है और उसके लिए उसने बैंक डिटेल्स मांगी। राजेश ने सारी डिटेल्स दे दी। 1 घंटे के अंदर ही उनके बैंक अकाउंट से सारा पैसा साफ हो गया और वो यहाँ आ गए। हार्ट अटैक आया है।
देखा आपने, आपकी जरा सी असावधानी क्या कर सकती है। डिजिटल फ्रॉड करने वालों से सावधान रहें। अपनी बैंक डिटेल्स, अपना डेबिट